Alright, you guys good?
Hold on. I'm filling up my thing.
You peeing in it?
Bottle of water, my Yeti.
You peeing? Yeah, you can still pee in that though.
I'm not gonna pee in my Yeti.
I don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Ace Attorney. What's this game called? Ace Attorney's Great Detective's Adventure. Great Ace Attorney's Adventures in the courtroom of the Supreme Burrito Court. Number 2.
Not sponsored by Taco Bell.
Not sponsored by Taco Bell.
But we wouldn't be opposed to it.
We would be open to a Taco Bell sponsorship.
We are open to talking to Taco Bell, yes.
Yeah. Anyways, Kazuma.
I'm just gonna. Can I say my line?
Yeah.
Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Could it be that the detective here removed the glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence?
Of course not. I would never do something so reckless.
Ow! But there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Or are you going to try to tell me you can clink with only one?
Get him, Ryu!
Did the lady perhaps hold her water in her hands?
She cupped them.
Maybe she used a Swan! Quick, get him!
Check the Swan!
You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table. Inspector, what did the lady say?
I don't know.
I wasn't listening.
It would seem that Miss Brett who took the glass from the table. It would seem it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table.
What?
It was all so terrifying, everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there at all, she's saying. Good gracious.
Sorry.
Oops! Did I ruin the scene of the crime?
You could give her an Ojo Summer laugh, Tyrion? No.
There, as I assured the court before, there is no consequence at all. This is of no consequence at all. Oh, please. We must remember that this student had just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or 2 in her state of disarray? Maybe she stole a bunch of silverware. Who cares?
She's a kleptomaniac.
That's absurd. Oh, really? You could get away with a lot being beautiful.
Look at me.
So do we take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable, young, and beautiful woman of mischief? What? Why do you keep describing her like that?
I'd like to know what's under the Swan. Exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene.
It would seem that she slipped into a small handbag she was carrying.
Oh, so she was carrying a handbag, was she?
Wow!
Handbag, handgun, huh?
I think there's no coincidence here. A handbag, you
There's
say?
no such thing as coincidence. That's what we need, is that guy coming in here.
Just bust through the court doors.
Yes, Your Excellency. A small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in England.
So the beautiful lady has very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing on the case. Quit trying to deflect, my dude. This student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning. Which is not... We don't need that here. This isn't a place for logic. This is a place for sending young, innocent men to the Shadow Realm for murdering someone.
Imagine trying to solve a court case with logic.
No more pretentious accusations. You have wasted enough time already. Ah!
Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed this glass. I think henceforth we can consider the matter to have no bearing on the case. Counsel for the defense, are you in agreement?
Well, I don't know really. What's under the Swan?
If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance.
Yes, you're right. So she took the glass away in her handbag. If there's a deeper significance there...
handbag.
I think it's the handbag.
I agree.
The lady put the glass in her handbag, you said? Yes, so do try to keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags with handguns for small items, such as handguns. Right here,
Let me check my notes.
A picture of a handgun, and put it over the picture of a handbag? Miss Brett stated the following, there are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun.
Alright, you got him.
Yeah.
Correct.
But what she forgot to mention was her handbag, which is one big pocket, which would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun.
You're right.
Fuck! It was right in front of us.
Well done, partner. I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too. I already knew, though. I was just waiting to see if you were going to get
Really?
it.
I know, dude. Chime in whenever. Like I'm gonna go to jail for life, or be killed.
No, you got it.
What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard?
My new technique. It's really very simple.
As you can see, I can see everything with my Sharingan.
The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire that gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will.
You can't seriously be suggesting... Inspector Hosonaga.
Yes?
Did you or did you not search Miss Giselle Brett's handbag on the day of the murder? Excuse me. Sorry.
No, sir. I did not.
As I thought. In other words, another gun. The one that was actually used to kill the professor. Could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag. No!
Look, Cosmo's still holding his fingers up to his head.
Order! Order! Order!
What is the meaning of this, Inspector?
The meaning of what, Prosecutor Ouchie?
You gonna tell me how to do my job? Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations.
Brilliant work, partner. Now let's get to stabbing. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask.
He's got the blade out for sure.
Do you think so, Kazuma-chan-san? Maybe she poisoned...
What a sorry situation.
She poisoned Hosonaga and said that I can't go to... I'll give you the antidote if you get me off for murder. That's what
Clearly
it is.
you have no faith in the police.
You're right. I don't. You didn't do anything that was part of your job. This is like day one shit, dude.
As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shoot, simply because it was unnecessary.
What?
Unnecessary in what way?
I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I had completely forgotten about.
Oh, it's just on you.
So I just forgot about this thing.
Yeah, here's
This
a
photographic print.
What?
This print of a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after this shooting. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. Well, I never.
Wait, so
You can see right through to what's inside. It's see-through.
Yeah, it's just where the dude was sitting again. He's like faced away from the table.
That's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment. So the contents are clearly visible. Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious.
Okay, I don't know about you guys, but if I got a pocket full of Polaroids on me as I'm like cruising around, I know that I have them.
Nah,
I don't just forget that I have pictures on me. Like,
Well, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt for forgetting.
he's dying.
As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here. Thank you for helping to prove that, Naruhodo-san.
I still don't. She's in Japan helping out with the research facility in Japan, where all the research would be written in Japanese. How can she not speak or read Japanese? She can. She's lying. The Swan.
The Swan. It all comes back to the Swan.
It's always been the Swan.
It's just that you're bored with the red string connecting everything, and it all goes to a swan.
Yeah. I'm fucking Charlie from Always Sunny. Pepe Sylvia is the Swan.
Inspector Hosonago, you will submit that print as evidence at once. Certainly, Your Excellency. Alright, so we got a picture. I think you've had long enough to cross-examine the witness, counsel. The court has now been shown considerable evidence. As the photographic print just submitted into the court record appears to have no further significance, I am satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling.
What?
Well, she said that she took the glass and put it in her purse because she didn't want any evidence of her being there. But that was a photo after the incident where her handbag is still there with the glass, which implicates her. And, like, why wouldn't she just take the bag with her? Why would she leave it behind if that was her reasoning? Whatever. Indeed, there is only one logical conclusion.
Find out.
That the pathetic rookie slumped over the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator of this crime. No, it can't be. The answers lie in the Swan. Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around.
Just check the Swan.
It's like reaching towards it.
I'm in a worse situation than was at the start. Kazuma-chan? His headband. His headband.
The headband's not flowing anymore.
His headband's not flowing. His hand's not on his sword.
I've lost my juice. Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force the trial to continue.
Oh, what? You mean this is it? I must say, you put up quite a fight for a rookie student, but the weak are meat. And while the strong eat. What? The weak are meat while the strong eat.
The strong eat the weak.
Sure. You were wasting your time. There is no way to defeat true justice. A fact you could chew on to your heart's content from inside your cell! From inside the Shadow Realm! This can't be happening! Oh my god, the echo.
I'm telling you.
Am I really going to be found guilty of a crime that I didn't commit? And Kazuma. His dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers. Kazuma. Oh. Is there really no chance of now turning this trial around?
You heard the judge. Nothing about that last photograph the detective produced that we can contest. Which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue.
Very well. I will now proceed immediately to the ruling.
It seems we will be able to report to the British government on time after all.
That smug little...
Ryunosuke Naruhodo, having considered all of the evidence placed before me...
Shut up! Wait! Your Excellency!
Ryunosuke?
I don't think you can rule on this case yet. This amateurishness is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he gives out his ruling. This is the most basic protocol of the courtroom.
Yes!
Your Excellency, just a moment ago you said this. As the photographic print just submitted appears to have no further significance, there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Now, that means that if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail, I mean, then ruling on the case at this time would be out of the question.
Objection!
This is a blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. Look at this photograph. Every time I look at it, it makes me laugh. All it shows is the handbag the gentlewoman was carrying on the day in question. There could be no problem with this evidence. Except she left it.
You'd better know what you're doing, Ryunosuke. Don't make me look like an idiot.
I understand your objection, counsel. Certainly, the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court's scrutiny. However, I fail to see how we can glean any new information to this handbag.
Ha! My thoughts exactly. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezes.
Wheezes?
Yes, I am desperate. But this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. If only I could put my finger on that swan.
Very well, I will grant the defense one final opportunity. Don't fuck this up.
What? Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
Yo.
But be warned that if I am unsatisfied by your response here, the trial will be over with immediate effect.
This hammer ain't just for the table, boy.
I'm gonna hammer that ass. Yes, Your Excellency.
It was man hammer. So, take another look at the photographic print Inspector Hosonaga submitted before. You will identify for the court where in this print we see the significant detail to which you have alluded. There's only one other thing I can see in this
his
picture.
Wrist?
His wrist.
Yeah.
Like what else?
You got a bull tattoo on his
He got a little bull. What is the bull?
I don't know. I don't get a little. It doesn't go like. Bleep, bleep, bleep.
It's not gonna pulsate.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, when you're presenting evidence like that, it doesn't pulsate.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I mean, that would just give it away.
I guess.
Your Honor, he was part of a gang.
The
Was
Raging
gang-related
Bullets.
shooting.
Look at this here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist. Perhaps you see it?
That is true. It looks almost like a burn of some description. Oh, it's a burn.
A bull burn. Dear me, I was pondering what new piffle you would come up with. A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist? Clearly that has nothing whatsoever to do with the magnificent lady's handbag.
Yes, that is a burn mark. You're right. Go on, Inspector. The police coroner also noticed it when he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report.
What did I tell you? You know what those autopsy reports? You report everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you're doing a report on everything, not just what was related.
And this is also like the year, like...
Like, they didn't have lawyers.
I'm seeing a couple of lawyers right now.
are like a new thing for them.
Yeah.
In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we? And no possible way of knowing either. Because we've burned the whole body. His body's gone. There's no more evidence.
The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. However, as Prosecutor Ouchie points out, unless a firm connection to this case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn. This bitch. Shut up, bitch.
She seems to be singing.
She's lost her goddamn mind. It would seem Ms. Britt has a lunch appointment with the dean and other university staff. She would like to know if she may be excused from the stand now.
No!
No!
No, yeah, I know. Of course, dear lady. We shouldn't hold you up any longer. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyways.
What's your thinking on this, Ryunosuke? Do you believe this burn does have something to do with the case?
To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, then it's all over. So I was thinking I could keep digging and hope that I might uncover something useful.
Yes, you're right.
Yes.
If we can just link that burn to the case, we can burn that bitch.
What'd you say? Just give up, counsel. You can't possibly hope to do that.
Indeed. I'm afraid that without evidence, I can't allow you to pursue what is little more than conjecture.
But if we had evidence that irrefutably linked the burn on the victim's wrist to the case, then would you allow it?
Yeah, obviously. Or no, I would, yes.
Yes. Tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn. But as soon as you pointed it out, I noticed it.
I've been too busy giving burns to everybody else in here.
Never thought the day would come when it would turn around on me. Was the color draining from Miss Brett's face?
Ooh.
Really?
Ooh.
I have to find some link between that burn and her face.
Yeah, the case.
The Swan.
It all comes full circle.
This is the moment of truth. It's time to find some evidence that proves what the burn really means.
So then, the defense will now present its evidence to the court. The evidence that demonstrates an inextricable connection to the victim's burn and this trial. So, where'd this burn come from?
I thought it was going to be from, like, the gun barrel. You know?
The gun barrel left the...
Well, I didn't assume it was a bull at first. I thought it was just, like, a weird anime fucking thing. Fatal hemorrhage from victim of ballistic
is there... Check the pictures. Maybe there's something... I don't see anything here.
Yeah.
Bull-like.
Yeah, check his pockets.
Yeah. Check his wallet. Nothing here. I don't think this is relevant.
No. Right here. That.
Oh, there you go.
Right there.
Look at that. Son of a bitch.
He got the fajitas and burned his wrist.
Oh, dude, that's a dangerous thing. You got to be careful about that.
Yes.
What's this, Council? Yet another print?
A beefsteak. Nice.
Are you telling me you're hungry?
Is this your last
I can
meal?
agree with that.
Yes, Your Excellency. I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we humans look at a scene, we miss things. But in a photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore. Do hurry up, rookie. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further would really be quite inexcusable. Actually, I may need you to stay with us a little longer, if you don't mind, Miss Brett. Me. You see, it is very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusually shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore.
What? How?
You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy. If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. What is in this photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn? I'll tell you. It's this, right here.
Yes.
Oh!
A beefsteak? Yes. The steak attacked him with a gun.
Actually, the point is the metal. Well, that's you.
Actually, I'll take this one, Kazuma.
Go ahead.
The point is, the metal plate the steak was served on.
Wait. Oh! Oh!
Your Excellency, are you all right? As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of Le Carnival.
Ugh.
The emblem on the plate? And the victim's burn? Are exactly the same shape!
Got him.
Ah!
You're spot on.
Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant. He died in the restaurant, so and even if that was the case, we can't know what happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before, the day before that. It was most likely happened at some other unrelated time. Well, I guess that's true.
Cosmo said objection this time.
Sadly, Professor Ouchie, the chances of that are extremely slim.
Thanks. I was gonna say that. Why?
The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant.
Oh.
Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga?
I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster. certainly.
But...
I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And, although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mild burn, that's for sure.
Can you be more specific, Inspector? Did he shoot himself?
We'll find out.
Did he shoot himself?
Well,
did he have two
let's
guns?
see. If the plate was at around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds. It's inconceivable that the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain then. I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all. As the head waiter of Le Carnival, I can testify that without hesitation.
Put my reputation on the line as head waiter.
But you, my better job.
I'm a better paying one.
You're a detective, not a waiter. Yes. There you have it. Something isn't right here.
But there it is, dude.
There it is, dude. As the detective said, anyone who burnt themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. Unless he was some sort of monster.
And yet Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream. Not on that day or any before it. Because he was high on drugs.
On the day that he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. I didn't hear him cry out?
What are you suggesting?
Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything like 3 seconds that day.
That would be beyond careless, I think, Counsel.
Then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the sergeant, the old antiques dealer, all of us would, without any question, have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, prosecutor?
Prosecutor, ouch.
Persecutor, ouch, gee. Yeah, well, I suppose. So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream? Because he had a mouth full of... Oh no, the anesthesia!
I almost don't believe it. Ryunosuke, you don't think...
Yeah!
You're about to blow this case wide open.
Can it really be true? Drugs are cool? I never dreamt we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe the Swan really did do it. I have to have it. We've been led into a terrible trap.
All right, let him have it, Dwight.
There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson was asleep.
He hadn't noticed the burn.
No.
He was already dead.
Well, that's what I was thinking, that he was dead already, but
Yeah, how else? If he was asleep, he would have felt the burn. If he...
Well,
how could he
I
not
thought
notice
the
burn?
anesthesia hadn't completely worn off.
The anesthesia was in his mouth.
Is anesthesia
Okay.
localized? I thought it knocked you out. Does it make you sleepy, anesthesia?
No, it's anesthesia like numbing agent.
So he was already dead then. Because I was thinking that he was already dead, but then why would she burn him? Oh, maybe she was setting up to make it look like he was eating?
Up.
Yeah, and she put his hands like by the beef steak to make it look like he was eating? But then his chair was turned around.
I think the chair thing, maybe they turned him around when they took the picture.
That's not how you should do things. Maybe he was already dead. Yeah?
Okay, so let's go through it. So they said that you would be able to feel the burn and scream, right?
Yeah.
So how could he not have noticed the burn?
Because...
Right? That doesn't make any sense, right?
No. Yeah.
Okay, so say
90
he was
degrees
asleep.
Celsius is like 150 degrees or something like that?
Mhm.
Fahrenheit?
So say you're asleep, Dwight, and I hit you with a poker stick that's that hot.
I'm gonna
You're
wake
gonna
up.
feel that in your stick. Exactly.
I'm
And
gonna
you would scream.
Yeah.
So that one doesn't make sense either, right?
No.
But
Well,
what if he was dead?
they pulled the weekend at Bernie's.
They weakened at Bernie's, Tim. He was already deceased. Believe it. No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. That's clearly impossible. Apart from one particular situation, like me, who am invincible.
I'm gonna live
Counselor,
forever.
are you suggesting?
Yes, it's only possible. If the man was already dead?
Oh shit!
Oh, ready?
Dead? Oh shit!
Zuba?
Oh shit! Oh, Suba.
Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. The only one! When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, the professor was already dead.
Oh shit!
That's madness!
And we'll find out what happens next. Next time.
On the Great Adventures of Ace Attorneys in the Chronicles.
And the Supreme Burrito Court.
Not brought to you by...
Sponsored by Taco Bell.
Yep. All right, goodbye, everybody.